black women go out here and have hot girl summers, and then they get in their 30s and want to settle down. That ain't right. Why do men have to settle for all the after? Why do men have to settle for a woman after she gave her body to all these men? We shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But what should women do? At one point in time, they physically broke our houses up. But today, do they do that? Who do it? We do it to each other. No, because you will allow a man to lay down with you, knowing that he's not going to take care of you, knowing that he's probably a nigga not going to do nothing for you, and you would let him put a baby in you, and he don't even take care of the baby. Same thing with the men, my brother. You agree, right? A lot of times we sleep with women that we know ain't no good, get them pregnant, and then we get mad at them when they cause all kind of drama in our lives, right? What type of example? When your son get older, he's gonna look for a woman like you. Would you want him to look for a woman like you? You wouldn't, right? So what that says about you is that you still have some work to do. And what the Bible is here for is to clean us up.
No, ain't talking no Snoopy. So-called black and Hispanics, natives, my Louis.
I'm meditating on these scriptures day and night. My flesh gets weak, but I'm enduring the fight. I'm meditating on these scriptures.
Why y'all think women shouldn't wear form-fitting clothes? And draw the wrong attention, right? So when you examine the black community, is our community filled with marriages or mostly single-parent household? Mostly single-parent household, right? Majority of y'all was y'all raised in a single-parent household? You wasn't. You had your mother and your father in the house, right?
Yeah. I do.
You say, well, yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Well, explain to me what something like that is, because it's why you say that.
Well, I don't know, because he was there. Like, it was my mama's husband. So like,
But it was your father.
yeah.
Okay, so, and a lot of times that's the most prevalent thing in our community. That's your daughter, right?
My son.
I'm sorry. Damn, I'm sorry. That's your son, right?
Yeah.
So, what type of example? When your son get older, he's gonna look for a woman like you.
Right.
Would you want him to look for a woman like you? You wouldn't, right? So what that says about you is that you still have some work to do. And what the Bible is here for is to clean us up. Because for a long time, y'all familiar with slavery, right?
Yes.
Why do y'all think slavery happened to the black community? Because of our color. You say because of our color. What you think?
Because I feel like they feel like we wouldn't go down the right path. We was already, I want to say they feel like we was already too far gone.
So they just put us in slavery, right?
They just put us
So what I want y'all to understand is that slavery didn't happen to us because the white people were stronger than us or because they just wanted to make us slave. That's your son, right? How old is he?
10 months.
10 months. So he's not really gonna get disciplined right now, right? But when y'all had parents, when y'all grew up in a household, your parents gave you rules and regulations to follow. If you went outside of that, what happened?
I got whipped.
You got whooping, right? With some type of punishment that followed, right? So what I want y'all to understand about slavery and the things that happened to us in this world, it didn't happen by coincidence. It happened because we were disobedient to his command. Right. So I want y'all to follow. Y'all got a flyer?
Yeah, we had got
You got a flyer? Give him a flyer real quick. I want y'all to read along with me. I'm gonna give you a few things to walk away with because I know y'all gotta go. So I ain't trying to keep y'all all day, right? We're gonna read that first scripture right there. It's Deuteronomy 28:15. That's what we're gonna read on the Bible. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So are y'all familiar with the story of Moses and the Israelites?
I ain't heard about it.
So what was Moses known for? What was one of his greatest feats or one of the things that he did that people know him for?
I forgot.
Remember he put the staff in the water and he parted the Red Sea?
Yeah.
And he led the children of Israel out of Egypt. So the children of Israel, the people that you see on this sign right here, these people were slaves in Egypt. So Moses freed these people from the hand of the Egyptians, right? He told them when he freed them, he said, look, if y'all listen to God and keep his commandments, y'all gonna be blessed. But if y'all don't listen to God and y'all choose to break his commandments, y'all gonna be cursed. Now I want y'all to read along with me the next verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So he said if we chose to break God's commandments, we was gonna have to serve our enemies that he was gonna sin against us. Now, we got put in slavery on slave ship, right? What race of people did that to us? Who put us on these slave ships? The Caucasian people put us on these slave ships, right?
Right.
So read that first part again, read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
What did God call the Caucasians? Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
What are the Caucasians to us?
Enemy.
They are our enemies. So God said if we broke his commandments, we was gonna have to serve our enemies, which would be the Caucasians in this instance, right? But let's find out how we was gonna have to serve them, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And the enemies that we was gonna have to serve, these people didn't just come upon us because they wanted to. They came upon us because God sent them against us.
Right.
But why did God send them against us? Y'all remember? We disobey his commandments. That's why the Lord allowed the nation to put us in slavery. But let's find out how we serve them enemies today. Read.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So think about the food that we want. Think about the clothes that we have on. Anything that we want, whether you want an education, a car, a loan for a house. Where do we have to go to get these things from? To what race of people?
Wake them up.
We got to go to the white people to get these things. But what did God call them?
Enemy.
All right, enemies. And those we serve those enemies because we disobeyed God's commandments. Now, all this happened to us because we broke God's commandments. Hold on, before I go, let's finish that out.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So to further prove that point, what nation of people put yokes of iron upon our neck? Which would be the white man. Why was the white man allowed to put yokes of iron upon our neck? Because we disobeyed his commandments. So we gotta find out if slavery happened to us because we broke God's commandments. Would y'all say we still in slavery today? Not the physical part,
Yeah.
but mentally we still slaves, right? Because
Still working for the white.
we still working for the white man. And guess what? At one point in time, y'all see this right here? They actually had to break our families up. This is the mother and her daughter. They put them on auction blocks and they broke them up. They sold the daughter to another plantation and they sold the mother to another plantation. At one point in time, they physically broke our houses up. But today, do they do that? Who do it? We do it to each other.
Right.
No, because you will allow the man to lay down with you, knowing that he's not going to take care of you, knowing that he's probably a nigga not going to do nothing for you, and you would let him put a baby in you, and he don't even take care of the baby.
Wake them up.
Same thing with the men, my brother. You agree, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times we sleep with women that we know ain't no good, get them pregnant, and then we get mad at them when they cause all kind of drama in our lives, right?
Right.
Why do you think that's the case? Don't go nowhere, because we building right now.
Oh man, I got infatuation, man. I said I'm speaking for me on my end.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it took for me, man. I was too infatuated.
So, but what is it gonna take to change? Because y'all would agree that we at the bottom of society, right?
Right.
What is it gonna take for black people to get back on top?
Hey, baby, wake up. You gotta stay up a little bit more.
Patient, man.
We gotta have patience with each other, but you know what's the most important thing? We gotta turn back to God and keep his commandments. I'm gonna read y'all one scripture and let y'all go. Give me Romans 12:1. So, the fact of the matter is, the reason that we suffer today, the reason that we went enslaved on slave ship, the reason why we continue to slave each other today is because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
Believe it or not, we're not African American, we not Negroes, we not blacks, we not none of the names that the white man called us. We are the children of Israel.
That's right.
We're the same people that Moses freed from the hand of the Egyptians. And guess what? There's gonna come a time where he gonna free us again.
Right.
But in order for us to receive those benefits, we gotta come back to keeping God's commandments. Read that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world.
So, ladies, we can't be conformed to this world, because what are some of the things that this world teach? Who are some of the idols that black women look up to today?
Wake them up.
Y'all don't look up to Rosa Parks.
Right.
Oh, I used to be big on stuff.
Used to be.
When I was in school.
what are some of the idols that y'all look up to today?
kinda like
Big bro,
rappers.
check the fly out, all right?
I got one.
All right, check it out, bro.
All right.
You said rappers. Yeah, rappers are some of the idols y'all look up to. Name me some of the people y'all look up to.
I don't look up to him,
I just like
You don't? So you don't get your hair like some of these entertainers get their hair?
though.
Y'all remember the fuss about Meg Thee Stallion when they said that she deserved for Klay Thompson to put a ring on her finger? Y'all agree with that?
I don't know, cause
Well, no, I wouldn't agree with that because how she put herself out there before he came in the picture.
But a lot of women do agree that Klay Thompson should have wifed Meg Thee Stallion. She went out here and lived her best life. Black women go out here and have hot girl summers, and then they get in their 30s and want to settle down. That ain't right. Why do men have to settle for all the after? Why do men have to settle for a woman after she gave her body to all these men?
They shouldn't.
We shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But what should women do? Read that part again. Be not conformed.
And be not conformed to this world.
So, regardless of what they show us on the TV, we got to turn our minds back to the standard that God gave us.
Right.
Like the officer went over earlier. What are some of the things that women shouldn't be wearing?
Tight things. Or don't conceal things.
Exactly, because the type of attention that you're going to attract is the type of spirit that you have within you. You said it earlier that when your son get older, you wouldn't want him to marry a woman like you, and you were his mother. So if that's the case, then you should change as a mother.
Right.
And the way that you should change is by coming back to how God wants us to live.
Right.
So put a dress on, put some modest apparel on. Because how you feel about yourself, you're going to attract those same people. A lot of people wonder why they get niggas in their life or why men attract bad women in their life. It's because they are bad people. Hold that. Give me 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. And we're going to jump to verse 7. Then we're going to close out. Let me read this and I'm going to let y'all go, all right? So, but what I want y'all to get from out of this, why did the Israelites go into slavery?
We don't care.
Because we don't obey his commandments. So in order for us to reverse the curse and get back on top, what do we have to do?
Obey.
We have to obey the commandments. What's one of the commandments that the officer gave y'all? One of them. The dress code, right? There's many other commandments, but you can start with the dress code. You got the dress code. We have a dietary law. There's certain foods that God said we should not be eating. Like what?
red,
No, he didn't say we should eat red meat.
not red meat.
No, give me a Leviticus 11:7. So we can eat red meat, that's fine. But what you shouldn't be eating is pork.
Wake 'em up.
You shouldn't be eating crab, lobster, crawfish, catfish. You can't eat none of those animals. The only fish that you can eat that's in the waters is the animal that have fins and scales.
Right.
Catfish don't have fins and scales. Lobsters don't have fins and scales. Shrimp don't have fins and scales. So along with the dress code, you have a dietary law that you got to follow. And these are all things that you're going to have to go look up yourself. Because when I tell you this, when y'all leave here, y'all still going to be charged with doing the information that I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to go look this up. Because y'all you said yourself that you're not the best person that you could be. You probably would say the same thing, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that you could be doing that's better.
Yeah.
When are we going to start doing that? How long are we going to wait and think it's going to get better? It's
Not
not
that
going to
much
get better. We don't have that much time. So what y'all need to do, y'all need to surround yourself with like-minded women who have their life together, and y'all got to get y'all life together.
Right.
You know where you do that at?
The church. Well, not
Not the
all
Christian
churches.
church. Not the Christian
Yeah,
church. I wouldn't advise nobody to go to the Christian church. Because the Christian church is a whole house.
Right.
But what you should do, you should visit our school.
Right.
All of our wives and our sisters and our mothers used to be in the same position that y'all in today. But they changed their lives. They changed their lives by applying God's commandments. And y'all could do the same thing. So the door open for you now. If you want to be a better mother to your son, you want to be a better individual, you got kids, no kids, but you want to be a better individual and possibly get married one day. Y'all want to get married one day?
Yes.
Well, in order for you to get married one day to a good man, what do you have to be?
A better person.
You have to be a good woman.
Right.
Good women attract good men.
Right.
Read that.
Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So y'all should surround yourself with like-minded people, all right? So y'all check that flyer out. Read the flyer. We got an address on there. Y'all come see us on Saturday.
Okay,
All right?
well,
Come check us out.
thank you.
Ball in y'all court.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.